Chapter 6 of the Narrative of Sojourner Truth. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Mark Kokonos. The Narrative of Sojourner Truth by Olive Gilbert and Sojourner Truth. Chapter 6 Death of Mau Bett. One morning in early autumn, from the reason above mentioned we cannot tell what year, Mau Bett told James she would make him a loaf of rye bread, and get Mrs. Simmons, their kind neighbor, to bake it for them, as she would bake that forenoon. James told her he had engaged to rake after the cart for his neighbors that morning, but before he commenced he would pull off some apples from a tree near, which they were allowed to gather, and if she could get some of them baked with the bread, it would give a nice relish for their dinner. He beat off the apples, and soon after saw Mau Bett come out and gather them up. At the blowing of the horn for dinner, he groped his way into his cellar, anticipating his humble but warm and nourishing meal, when lo! Instead of being cheered by the sight and odor of fresh-baked bread and the savory apples, his cellar seemed more cheerless than usual, and at first neither sight nor sound met eye or ear. But on groping his way through the room, his staff, which he used as a pioneer to go before and warn him of danger, seemed to be impeded in its progress, and a low, gurgling, choking sound proceeded from the object before him, giving him the first intimation of the truth as it was, that Mau Bett, his bosom companion, the only remaining member of his large family, had fallen in a fit of the palsy, and lay helpless and senseless on the earth. Who among us, located in pleasant homes, surrounded with every comfort, and so many kind and sympathizing friends, can picture to ourselves the dark and desolate state of poor old James? Penniless, weak, lame, and nearly blind, as he was at the moment he found his companion was removed from him, and he was left alone in the world, with no one to aid, comfort, or console him, for she never revived again, and lived only a few hours after being discovered senseless by her poor bereaved James. End of chapter 6.